Oh.
It is nice to see.
Yes.
Miss Opal Lee may not be walking a mile in her ancestors' shoes.
I'm really a little old lady in tennis shoes getting in everybody else's business, and I'm having a good time doing it too.
But she's taking several major strides, continuing their mission unbothered. Folks don't know about Juneteenth, and you're still teaching.
True. That's true, and I want them to.
The 94-year-old is confident that this year, Juneteenth will finally become a national holiday across the country.
I have no doubt about it. I feel like we're making a hell of a lot of progress. My point is, let's make it a holiday in my lifetime.
She first celebrated the holiday as a child growing up in Marshall, Texas, before moving to Fort Worth at the age of 10. But there's one story she kept quiet her whole life. She recalls the night when 500 white rioters forced her family out of their home and set it on fire.
They started gathering. Papers said that the police couldn't control the mob. My father came with a gun, and the police told him if he busted a cap, they'd let the mob have us. My parents sent us to friends several blocks away. They left under cover of darkness, but those people had started throwing things at the house, and when they left, they took out the furniture and burned it and burned the house.
It was June 19th, 1939, Juneteenth.
People have said perhaps this is what the catalyst that got me on to Juneteenth. I don't know that.
But what Lee does know is that she isn't dwelling on what happened back then, and in 2016, Lee had an epiphany.
I'm about 89. I get to mulling over. I'm pushing 90, and I don't see anything I've done, and I feel like there's something more that I can do.
How are you? Craig Brown. I walked with you last time, the mayor of Galveston.
All right. My idea and my teams was to walk from Fort Worth to Washington, D.C. If I left in September 2016, I got to Washington January 10th, 2017. Surely somebody would notice a little old lady in tennis shoes. We were so sure and so close because the Senate was having a vote, and one lone man dissented.
That man?
Hi, U.S. Senator Ron Johnson here.
Republican Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin, saying that while he favored celebrating the end of slavery, he would not support adding another paid day off for federal workers. But lawmakers recently reintroduced legislation to nationally recognize Juneteenth.
John Cornyn in the Senate and Sheila Jackson Lee in the House the very same day authored bills that makes Juneteenth viable again. And so we're trying to keep the pressure on. I didn't get what I wanted, but I'm keep on talking, keep on walking till Juneteenth's a national holiday.
So Lee continues to walk year after year for 2.5 miles, marking the 2.5 years between the Emancipation Proclamation and when the news of freedom arrived in Galveston.
I'm that turtle that gets there and that rabbit who stops. You know, I'm the turtle. So go ahead if you like, get behind if you like, but I'm gonna make this trek.
Her initial goal was to gather 100,000 signatures for the cause, but when celebrities caught wind of the effort and shared it across social media, Lee's signatures rounded out to about 1.5 million.
Juneteenth is a catalyst.
Memorial Day 2021, hundreds made a 2.5-mile walk in Galveston and passed several historic landmarks, including here at Reedy Chapel AME Church, where Major General Gordon Granger nailed a sign to the church doors declaring that all slaves were free on June 19th. That's when the formerly enslaved men and women and children began to celebrate.
And I say that we should celebrate from the 19th of June to the 4th of July because it means freedom for everybody. freedom for all, and we don't have that freedom yet.
But after the news of their emancipation reached slaves, the nation still struggles with issues of systemic racism and injustice.
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now!
Black Lives Matter and other groups are letting you know, and the young people are saying enough is enough. And it's time you got your foot off of us.
There has been a surge in Juneteenth recognition, with more local and state governments officially recognizing Juneteenth. And now the majority of states and the District of Columbia mark June 19th as a state holiday or observance. But despite a push by activists like Opal Lee over the years, Juneteenth still isn't a federal holiday. And now Lee urges the public to help her make an impact by signing the petition on opalswalktodc.com to make that happen. And if that day comes, how are you going to celebrate? What's the first thing?
Hey, I've told you already, I'm going to do a holy dance. I just know. All I do is sit back and wait. I'm going to keep on walking. I'm going to keep on talking to Juneteenth's a national holiday.